What do we got, Clayton?
We got, I'd like to say my 04 R32 with a little snail on it, but it isn't actually mine. It's
Clayton's wife's. So that's Kayla. This is her R32 that we turbocharged a couple years ago. This car sees a lot of time at the track. It is still sort of a daily driven to work kind of vehicle, but it does see a lot of abuse at the track. It's held up very well over the years, knock on wood. So today we got it on the dyno. We're gonna play around with boost control a little bit, maybe add some fuel additive to see if we can turn the boost up a bit and see what we can make for power. But just to kind of go over the car itself, the setup consists of a GT35, an old school GT35R. It is just a headspacer motor, so stock rods and pistons, all the stock valve train, everything like that, still the way it was from factory. All the fueling has been upgraded, so there's a surge tank in it, obviously an upgraded pump. It's dash 8 lines all the way front to back, upgraded fuel pressure regulator, and stock transmission, stock differential, still stock Haldex programming in it. But we built the downpipe, the intake setup, that's all kind of custom built that we did in-house. There's a little bit of custom airbrushing that I had got Kayla for Christmas a couple years ago. Intake manifold, obviously that's aftermarket as well. The car is set up kind of more towards the track side of things. It does have a set of Scale Pro Time Attack coilovers. There's a set of Recaro seats in it, has a roll bar in it, the back seats out of it. Set of CCWs. These aren't run at the track, but
big brake kit. Well, actually, not really a big. Well, sort of a big brake kit, I guess.
Yeah, the brakes have been changed. So the R32 has good size brakes to begin with, but we went with a better brake kit on this setup, which is a Stop Tech kit. So another thing, it does have a custom exhaust. The thing sounds amazing in person. I don't know if you'll catch this in the video, but it is a custom built aluminum exhaust that we did basically from the downpipe back. The downpipe's still stainless, but the rest of the exhaust, there's no resonator, no muffler or anything like that.
Yeah,
so
full 3-inch.
Full 3-inch, yeah, I forgot to mention that. So it does shoot a lot of fire at the track. And how long have you guys owned the car? Since...
Well, actually, it just showed up on my Facebook memories today that it was 9 years today. That was the very first picture I took of this, and maybe I'll pop that in the video.
Oh, yeah, cool.
When we first picked it up in Maryland.
Yeah, so the surge tank, like that was built in-house. Like I said, the intake, a good part of the turbo kit kind of was all done in here. It is running United Motorsport software. I did forget to mention that.
That's right.
Schroth harnesses. Kayla's taken out so many people in this car at the track to kind of show them how fun it is. The R32 is a really awesome car. It does come with a lot of big upgraded features compared to the regular Golfs and even the new Golf Rs and stuff like that. This was a very unique car back in the day. The problem with it, it just lacked power. So as she was going around the track season after season, she just wanted to go faster, and these guys were at my house one night and I was like, why don't we turbocharge it? And here we are. And it's a totally different animal now, that's for sure. One thing I forgot to mention was the KDN shifter. We have these on quite a few cars, same shifter I run in my drag car. It truly is a driver's mod. It's Kayla's, she said it's, other than the turbo kit, it's their favorite thing in the vehicle. So if you are interested in picking one of those up, they are listed on our website. The one thing that they have had issues with this thing is third and fourth gear is a problem with these. And we fought with it for a while as it was a really weird problem that they were having. Basically, you would never think it was a transmission issue, what was going on with the thing, but...
yeah, it felt like more of a slipping clutch, but it was only in certain gears. And
yeah, so we cobbled that together. The first time we noticed it was a problem, I tore the transmission apart and really did a ghetto fix, and it lasted, what, a year and a half probably?
Yep.
Like that. And then when did it fail? Last year? Year before last?
Yeah, it was like during one of the time attack events. I had my car out. My Mark
Oh,
I,
yeah, you
I
wrecked.
wrecked the tranny in that,
Yeah.
and then I took this out, and Kayla said, what'd you say?
I said, I had one more lapping session left, and I was like, just take it easy, and then you came in and you were like, yeah, I wrecked your tranny.
Yeah, so I decided to take it out to do the last time attack session, and that means it's 2 times I've wrecked the tranny in this.
So other than that, it's been pretty good for the amount of abuse that it sees. So we're gonna obviously strapped on the dyno. We're going to start doing a few pulls to see what it makes kind of on the spring pressure or the boost pressure they run on the street. And we'll try to turn up a little bit after that. Okay, so we're going to do a couple pulls in this thing. We're going to change the boost setting, maybe put some better fuel in it, just to see what we can get out of it. So we're all set up. We're just going to get a little bit of temperature into the car, and already set up and logging. So we have a good idea what we're going to make for power in this thing, but we'll find out here shortly. All right, here we go. Ready? Did 397 at 13.9 pounds, so 14 pounds. You drive it a little bit higher than that on the street? Yeah, it's usually about 14 and a half. We're splitting hairs here, but we'll try to go up. Okay, so we made another little boost adjustment, just again to try to get it closer to what the cars ran on the street. And after that, I think we're going to put some additive in it and see if we can turn the boost up a little bit, see how much power we can make. Not making any more boost really. Like very little for the changes that I'm making. Okay, so we played around with boost control for quite a bit. We weren't getting much changes in the request that we were trying to get to. We decided to do a little bit of looking for a boost leak, and sure enough, Clayton found a problem with the wastegate. So as mentioned, this car is tracked pretty heavily, and I got the heat shield half torn out of here now, but I'll get that out. The bolts that hold the top the small little bolts that hold the top of the wastegate down. Actually, a couple of them have backed out and actually disappeared. So when Clayton was first checking the lines, the cap actually moved. We've replaced a couple now, but there's a couple more missing on the bottom. So we're gonna pull the wastegate out, get that all cleaned up, make sure the diaphragm, there's no problem with it, and get it back in and get back to where we were. So, let's get to it.
Everything's a production.
Everything's a production.
Those hooks?
Those hooks,
They're very nice. Did you get something to hold it? 6, 7. Ah, and that's hot.
Okay. Oh, there was, yeah, I said there was one on the bottom, and then 2 more missing. So, let's just undo them all, and
Check it.
if that was 14 pounds, it'd be a little harder to deal with.
What's it,
Boring. I don't see anything
nasty?
ripped or anything. Okay, so we fixed the problem with the wastegate. We've had this car on the dyno before, and we know what it should make roughly for boost and what the boost controller should do, and we weren't getting much response based on the duty cycle that we were requesting out of the boost controller. It just kept basically staying between 13 and 14 pounds. We found a problem with the wastegate, we've taken it apart and fixed it. So I've turned the duty cycle back down to where it should be making close to 15 pounds, and we'll see what it does now. Hit the boost cut. Hit the boost cut. We'll leave it here. We're gonna go just very little bit down. Okay, on that one we did 415, 350 torque, and that was at 14.5 pounds. So we're now right at where it's driven on the street. We're going to shut the car off. We're going to put some additive in it, actually drain out the fuel, and put some additive in it and see if I can't get a few more pounds of boost out of it and see what we can make. There it is. We got 477, 398. So that's basically going to be the end of this one. We're right around 18 pounds. I'm probably yelling, so I'll take those off. We're right around 18 pounds on that one. And as I said, 477, 398. So it needs a little more injector, I think, before we can get to the 500 point, but I'm sure this will be fun enough at the track for her. That's it. So that's gonna wrap it up for this video. For the R32, we've made 22 pulls on this one from the previous time and this time. Probably that's gonna be it for power and what we're gonna see out of this thing. So the next time, if we ever do see it on the dyno again, it's probably to make 500 plus. But until that time, that's it for this one. Be sure to like and subscribe. We are kind of dedicated to at least putting out one video a week. So make sure you subscribe, and if you have any questions or comments, ask them below. We're good?
Yep.
You got me out of focus like always?
No, stop it.
You can like stop. Did I f that up?